What's going on, beautiful people? It's your real estate go-to, Deontay. Here, as always, with another reaction video. As you guys know, we take a look at what's going on in the real estate market in a broad spectrum and bring it closer to what's going down into the Orlando area, okay? The Central Florida area, so we have a better idea of how we can take advantage of the market. So this video is talking about, as you see, nobody is willing to sell their homes. This is from CNBC, I believe. So let's see what perspective they have. I haven't watched this video, so let's see what perspective they have and if it ties anywhere near to what's going on with Orlando or if it's completely off base or what have you. So let's take a look. And as you know, before we continue, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Okay, let's do it.
Let's get more on the health of the housing market. We turn to Redfin CEO Glenn Kelman for that. Glenn, always good to have you. Inventory problems, sort of number one, is that, or inventory, lack of inventory, the number one issue right now in housing?
It's number one, number two, and number three.
That is true. You guys have already heard me speak about our inventory. Last week, I checked our market report. We were at about 3,400 single family homes in the Orlando area, which is way down when you take a look at the historical data. So that's creating that supply and demand, right? We have less supply but more demand, and as you know, with more demand and less supply, that means higher prices.
So not only do we not have enough new construction because of political gridlock and financing challenges, but we also don't have anyone putting their home on the market just because they have a 30-year fixed rate below 3%. So nobody wants to sell a home right now, and there are still plenty of people who want to move.
So what changes that? What will be the change agent here, so to speak?
Well, I think we're going to be on hold until rates come down. 7% rates aren't that bad historically, but it's been such a steep rate increase that many people have very low mortgage rates and very long to go on those mortgages. So they're going to hold out until rates come down a little bit. Most people couldn't buy the house that they bought 2 or 3 years ago. So it's unthinkable for them to move up. We've seen a slight uptick over the weekend in listing demand. Some people are coming out for the summer, but it's well below where we would expect to see at this point in the season.
Now, let me tell you, and they may say this in the video, waiting for the rates to come down may not be the best strategy for you. I want to take you guys back 2 years ago when we did have those 3% rates. Do you remember what happened with those low rates? You had 20, 30, 40 offers on one home, no exaggeration. And now that we know that's what comes with lower rates, we have to attack the situation a little bit in a different manner, per se, right? So our rates are high, which eliminates a large segment of potential buyers. How do we get in a home that has a higher rate but less buyers, right? A lot of what I've been doing, especially for my people who are selling their house because they have to move to a different state or because they're adding another kid to their family, or their mother or father-in-law is moving in and they need a bigger home, is we're still able to get them what they want selling their home and still putting them in a property that the interest rate isn't too crazy by targeting new construction. Right, so you guys heard me talk about this a couple of times. New construction, the benefit of them right now is they're having lower interest rates than what the market is having. In addition to that, they are giving, if not all, majority of closing costs, a lot of these builders. So it's a great solution to, you know, this complex situation that we're dealing with in real estate right now.
So with all these forces, Glenn, what's happening with prices? They're clearly not coming down as fast as the Fed wanted them to.
Yes, we've been pretty pessimistic about sales volume. We think it'll be around 4.2 million units when normally you see around 5 million. But we're pretty sticky on price. Prices are going to stay fairly high. It's going to be a real affordability crisis for the millennial generation. Many people want to move, and they just can't do it because prices aren't going to come down in this housing market correction.
Now, he is saying that, and I want you to listen very clearly if you have the concept of the market crashing. As you heard what he said, prices aren't coming down to what you guys are expecting. So with that knowledge and you still wanting to purchase a home, it's vital to put a plan in place to get you into the property that you're looking for, or you will get priced out, right? Which many people have, who have thought this was the strategy to go with to wait for the market to crash and prices to decrease.
The weirdest housing market correction I've ever seen.
Are they coming down faster than rent prices? Which is more affordable now, buy or rent?
Neither one is really coming down, but rents are coming down faster than home prices.
Across the country?
Mostly, yes.
What about the migration, Glenn? Has that gone the other way after we saw just such big changes in where people located during COVID?
Not really. If anything, the affordability pressure is still driving people into the center of the country, into the Sun Belt, into the American South. And so that's where we see the strongest demand. And that's where we're still seeing bidding wars. It's so crazy. People are talking on the news about
once again, you hear that again. That's where we're seeing bidding wars. He mentioned the South. We're in Florida, Central Florida, right? So those move-in ready homes, updated homes, you're getting multiple offers on those properties.
Housing market crisis, but at the same time, a buyer is facing 5 or 6 bids, especially in places like Texas and Florida. So I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. The one exception in Texas is that Austin is pretty flat.
Yeah, well, also Boise. I mean, a couple of those places that were particularly they benefited from that move do seem to be coming down year over year, right?
Right. Well, these little boom towns that suddenly had 1 million Californians trying to come in and buy up the whole city, those are the ones that have gone up and down like crazy. But even then, I think people have been really rate sensitive in Boise. So if rates come down just a tick, all of a sudden we've got a bunch of buyers in Boise out of the woodwork, and then they'll go back up a tick, and it'll be a very quiet weekend. So even those markets are really rate sensitive right now. Buyers are looking to get in, but they just need a break on rate, and maybe the debt ceiling deal will do it.
This is the least happy I've heard you in a while, Glenn. So how do
Oh
you
no,
grow
you know what? I just have bronchitis.
Oh, okay.
I just
Okay,
have
that
doing
explains
his
it.
thing
Okay.
with
I thought maybe it was the
bronchitis.
market getting you down. How do you grow your business in this kind of environment? We've all seen the stock collapse from the 2021 levels.
Yeah.
How are you pivoting?
Well, we're pretty proud of the fact that we've come back from about $3 a share up to 9 or 10. I haven't checked this morning. Oh, you've got it on the chart. Thank
9.
you.
Yeah, $9.
We paid down our debts.
It
Our
was
website
100
is
in
taking
21.
visitors from its major rivals. We've got a higher share of demand than ever before. We just have to execute against it. So I'm actually pretty bullish right now on Redfin in the second half. We've promised investors that we're going to break even this year. And if we can do that in a down market, we're going to make so much money in a good market.
Hey guys, Toby Mathis here, and
that was pretty good, guys. That was pretty good. Majority of what he was stating was spot on in regards to what we are experiencing in the market. I mean, it is what it is. Lower inventory, higher interest rates create a complex problem. So that's why I encourage you guys, if you're looking to sell your house, you want to sell your house because you're that growing family and you need to, but you're scared, right? You don't want to jump into a 7% interest rate. I understand that, but reach out to me. There are solutions out there for you to make it happen for you and your family. Same for if you're looking to purchase a home. It's not doom and gloom. It's not over with. We still can get you in a home. We just have to put the right pieces in place to do that. So just reach out. You'll see my contact information in the description below. You can direct message me, comment, whatever have you, and we can jump on a quick discovery call and make this happen for you and your family. And always remember, in real estate, there are only 2 people that can get you exactly what you want, okay? That's D and you. Talk soon, guys.